What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Americans living abroad. First time you realize America really messed you up. Part 2. This is probably like part 4 or 5 in our series. I don't know. You'll see on the title. I'll get it right on the title, I promise. But I'm excited to jump into this. I haven't did one of these for a while. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You'll subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. I'm human. I talk back. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or in the description section there's a Google form link. What we got?
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
Not an American, but Russian who lives in America, and here is the main differences. 28 days of official paid off vacation time every year. Sick days, as many as you need, and you will still get paid. Maternity leave starts at 7 months. You can start it early if your doctor prescribe it, and it can last up to 3 years, and up to a year and a half you will get paid in a full amount. Healthcare free, surgeries, emergency room, ambulances, whatever you need. You don't need prescription for a lot of antibiotics. You don't need prescription for the birth control, for glasses, for contact lenses, just name it. And if you need it, go and buy it.
You're an American.
Bro, that sounds so perfect. 28 days paid off, guaranteed vacation days every year, and you getting paid for them. As many sick days as you need. Maternity leave up to from 7 months, and if you need it before that, the doctor prescribe it. But it can last up to 3 years, with a year and a half of that being paid. Antibiotics, there's some that you don't need a prescription for, free. Glasses and stuff you don't need prescription for. Like, I never understood that yet, but that's a great thing. Ambulance, hospital, healthcare. You're good. Like, why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? Keep it rolling.
Lenses, just name it, and if you need it, go and buy it.
You're an American currently living abroad. What is one time that made you realize that America really messed?
So the non-existent American healthcare system nearly resulted in my death because I would refuse to get help. I live in Australia, by the way, so it's all like covered and everything. It's fine, but like, it's been so bad. I've nearly died. And I've had situations where I've been on the ground screaming in pain, unable to move. Like, I'm about to like sit down with my coffee for breakfast and I fall to the ground in immense screaming pain, thinking that my kidneys or something were going to explode. And me just being like, no, don't take me to a hospital. No. Because it's so ingrained in my head that hospital bad, hospital money, hospital will take advantage of you. So thank you, America. Yay.
If you're
It's the healthcare is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, the same way it's ingrained in his mind, it's ingrained in a lot of people's mind that can't afford it. Like, hospital bad, hospital money, hospital take advantage of you. Like, can't afford a hospital, go in debt. Like, it's ingrained. So when you're hurt, when you're sick, the hospital is the absolute last resort. Like, if you just feel like you can't make it, you can't survive, you're about to die, then you go to the hospital. Other than that, like, you just don't go. You suffer through whatever you gotta suffer through.
So thank you, America. Yay.
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really...
Me again, and yes, I'm in a crib. I don't know, it's comfy. Stop it. Anywho, I was traveling again, and this time I went to Vietnam, and I was on a tour group, and it was all Australians and New Zealanders and British people and Canadians, and I was the only American. And let me just tell you, you don't want to be the only American in Vietnam when you visit the Vietnam War Museum. I told everyone I was Canadian.
I love that. Yeah, I would want to be the only American there either. They said she was Canadian. That's hilarious.
I told everyone I was Canadian.
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really...
When I was studying abroad in London at our orientation, they were talking about like campus police and health services and things like that. And they said also, for the Americans, if you are injured and need to go to the hospital, do not call an Uber. Take an ambulance. You don't have to pay for them here. Please do not take an Uber to the hospital. And that hit different.
Currently living abroad.
Because we definitely would do everything we could to not call the ambulance. We would do any ambulance, once again, last resort. You just can't move. You literally cannot move. And then, but anything other than that, like somebody drive me to the hospital, call an Uber, every other thing. But so you understand why they say why they're giving these warnings and everything.
Hospital. And that hit different.
Currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
In late 2014, I was experiencing extreme abdominal pain. I couldn't hold food down. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I was consistently vomiting throughout a very long period of time. I was living in a small village in Somalia, and I went to the nearby city, about a couple kilometers away from where I lived at the time. I go there the next morning. Immediately, they take your analysis, a blood test, an ultrasound, and in less than an hour, they diagnosed me with kidney stones. They prescribed me my medications, told me to take this and this and that, and I would be okay. Literally went home, took my medications, went to bed feeling great. All under $100 in less than 2 hours. I've been experiencing the same pain right now in the U.S., and every time I go to the emergency room, they send me home with Tylenol.
Wow.
Tylenol.
Currently living abroad, what is...
And that probably cost you more than... Just going to the hospital and getting that Tylenol probably cost you more than everything you got in Somalia. It's crazy.
With Tylenol. Tylenol.
Currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
You will start to see the U.S. for what it is once you move out of the U.S. So I currently live in Italy, and we all know that in the U.S., like at a certain age, like 20-something, it's legal to purchase a firearm. I want a gun, I still want a gun, whatever. So I asked someone one time, I'm like, okay, where do you go to purchase a firearm? Like, how old you gotta be, etc. And they look at me, and it's like a very peculiar look, and they're like, that's not a thing here. Like, it's not very normal for people to own guns. At first, I'm like, but then I'm like, that's actually a really good thing. Another time, I was watching a dark humor video on TikTok about, like the school shootings that happen in the U.S. School shootings are a tragic thing. Mind you, if you live in the U.S., you see these dark humor videos all the time. Like, it's fucked up, but it is what it is. I was laughing until I realized how deeply concerning it is that we normalize school shootings. Another thing, snitches get stitches. That shit's not normal. You will not hear it anywhere else. Moving gave me the awareness of how conditioned we are to violence.
That's
if you're
crazy.
an American...
Yeah, that snitches get stitches. And then having to almost become numb to school shootings is absolutely, like, tragic. It's saddening. Like, it's ridiculous. You should not become numb to something like that. Like, it's crazy. I didn't know about the snitches get stitches. I honestly thought that was an everywhere thing, but mainly a U.S. thing.
It gave me the awareness of how conditioned we are to violence.
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really...
Okay, so I was living in London, and I was meeting one of my friends in, I don't know, Prague, Milan, whatever, one of those weekend travel getaway girls trip. And I was at the train station by myself, and I just hear very, very loud American girls, like embarrassingly loud. Like, I walked away from them because everyone was staring at them. They were just talking at like normal voice volume of America, but where we were, it was screaming. Everyone on the platform could hear their conversation, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't want to be American. I don't want to be American. I don't want to be American. It was so embarrassing. We knew we were both American, though.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's the volume in our voice. We just need to whisper when we go overseas. I see. Yeah. I'm not a loud talker though. Like when I'm talking to someone, I'm not like talking very loud. But if you don't talk loud enough though, I can't. My hearing is not the greatest, so you do have to speak up so I'm able to hear you.
We knew we were both American, though.
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really...
Literally everything. When I lived in America, I thought I had it all, or that we were better off than like most countries. You know, we're the greatest country on earth, the American dream. But then I moved to Ireland, and upon arriving here, they explained certain things to me. Here in Ireland, you receive this thing called child benefit, which most developed nations have except for the US. And you receive a monthly check for each child, doesn't matter what your income is. Children here get free healthcare until they're 6. Also, if you're pregnant, your healthcare is free. Also, I'm about to start my master's degree here, and it pisses me off thinking about the fact that I went into college debt for a degree in America, and what I pay here for a master's degree in Ireland doesn't even compare. It just pisses me off that I was struggling and slaving for a dream that never existed, and I thought it was normal.
American currently living abroad, what...
I can understand. I'd be highly upset too. It's ridiculous.
Existed, and I thought it was normal.
American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
I don't currently live abroad. I live in America, but I've traveled a lot. I'm going to skip over our healthcare, or lack thereof, in America, our obsession with guns, and the prison industrial complex. You know, being paid to incarcerate people. But one of the times that I noticed America was just different is when I was in France. I was super drunk, and I went to the bathroom. Unfortunately, there were a bunch of girls in there. I thought I went to the wrong bathroom. But no. It was just a unisex bathroom in France. No one cared. But here in America, people are fighting about transgenders using the bathroom. Like, what? People in France don't care. Why do we care? America's weird, man. I don't know.
What is one time...
I don't understand. That is something. That is weird. I don't know what else to say other than that.
We care. America's weird, man. I don't know.
What is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
Okay, so shortly after Trump was elected in 2016, I got divorced a little bit after. And I wanted to change stuff up, and I went to London, to the UK. Always wanted to go, absolutely love it. I hope to get a travel nursing gig out there. God, I want to go back. But either way, I went out there, and everything was beautiful. Helpful people, all that stuff. It was so wonderful to go there. And there wasn't a problem until I would ask a question or get directions, and they would all say without fail, "Did you vote for him?" Terrible accent, I know, forgive me. I'm like, no, I did not. And they would all say, "I'm so sorry." And that's when I knew that Americans had fucked up.
Yeah, I've seen like so many videos where it's like overseas, bro, Trump is not liked by almost anyone overseas. Like they all hate him basically. But that was a good video. I mean, I agree with it. We do have a lot of issues here. Like, and I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if we like faced these issues or if we were trying to solve these issues. But I feel like we just kind of move on. Like the issue's not there, or we do a lot of the time put up with the issue, and I say we because I put myself in there. We do just deal with it. It's like I don't know how else to explain it, but that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video you want to see me react to, you can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestions, send it to me. Want me to get yours faster, fill out premium. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so I get suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal, out.